I have just ordered the rope bat, the whip bat, and the off-brand of the whip bat, and we're going to be taking these head-to-head today. From straight out of the box to hitting real baseballs and softballs. By the end of this, we are going to know which product is superior. I am going to be as impartial as possible, but I am the owner and inventor of the whip bat, so I might be a little biased, I'm sorry. That being said, let's unbox them. First off is the rope bat. This is from Amazon FBA. We have the rope bat itself, 12 squishy yellow balls, and a small bag, about the size of my palm, and all the contact info here. Between all of this cost me $138 on Amazon. It looks like it's all put together by a piece of plastic. It's a very small knob. It is roughly 14 ounces. Now we're gonna unbox the whip bat. This is exactly what you would get from Amazon or TikTok. It comes with a bag, a wrench, and an instruction sheet. This was $59.99. It's got a decent sized handle. It's obviously much heftier and heavy. It's also got a much bigger pad than the rope bat. Also, it has a real baseball grip and is about 30 ounces. Here's what I'm most excited for, the Chinese knockoff of the whip bat. Pretty small packaging, but seems pretty heavy. Drawstring bag. Slightly cheaper than the whip bat, but it's still pretty good. One baseball, one soft baseball. Here's the actual product. Interesting, this is bigger and heavier than this. There's some obvious size differences between the real one and the fake one. And the Quick Link looks to be much smaller. They are, however, both 33 inches. And it looks to be some sort of badminton grip. The most concerning part is this piece on the top. This is extremely sharp. It could easily cut your ball. That's why this rubber piece is here actually, so the ball doesn't get cut. Same thing with the top, which is actually pretty important. This is scratching my finger just looking at it. And this one is protected. Oh, and this is $64. Let's take a look at these three items, starting with the rope bat. This claims to be 32 inches. You see that here? And it looks like it's only about 29 inches long. Also, the sizing of the barrel is completely different. These are about the same width. This has an extra inch, and this is extremely short and much thinner. This has a much thinner eye hook and a smaller Quick Link, and same with the top where you notice some big differences. All right, now I'm gonna hit 10 balls with each of these and I'm gonna give you my opinions. Here's me swinging a normal bat so you know I can actually hit. Let's start with the whip bat. You're doing 5 baseballs and 5 softballs. Obviously the whip bat held up great. The knob is a little sharp. That's my own fault in design. I wanted something that was extremely sturdy that you could put a lot of leverage into, and that point is just a bit sharp. But that's the only negative I got, and that's the only negative that I ever see from reviews. It's not bad. Knockoff time, here we go. Glasses on for this one, I'm scared. This top piece has got to be twice the weight of the other one. This handle is extremely light, so it just doesn't balance whatsoever. All right, 10 swings in, a little bit of ripping here, and that's just from the ball hitting this metal piece directly. Everything else held up pretty solid so far. I was worried about this piece because it's so thin, it's barely tacked on there, but it's still intact. The no knob really sucks, especially because this is extremely heavy, which made the entire swing feel really heavy, and I'm a grown man, supposedly. All right, here's the real question. I'm gonna go grab the balls, we'll see if they're scratched. Okay, well, most obvious, right there, cut the ball. It's not the newest ball in the world, but that's due. Also, it looks like on the baseball right there and right there. This one could be old, I'm not sure. This one's definitely new. There's a little cut here and then this mark right here. I don't know what that is. Well, I do know what it is. It's from the baseball hitting a piece of steel at full force. That's why the whip bat has the rubber to save your ball. And last but not least, the rope bat. This is the most expensive by far. In fact, this was 138 bucks. It's more than the other two combined. Let's see if it can handle a baseball. I feel bad, I can't even swing this like a real bat. This is meant for younger players, that's for sure. Oh, it's like I'm swinging a wiffle ball bat. I think it's actually making my swing worse. That could just be because I'm a bad hitter, I don't know. This is looking pretty beat up from the baseballs. We'll see if it holds up. It's alive. It's very beat up though. And that's the thing, this is just meant for younger players. Brand new players to the game, I'm sure this helps a lot. And you're supposed to use these little balls. All right, here are my final thoughts on all three of these. First, all three of these rely on centrifugal force and they do help players. They help you find your rhythm, use your lower body, prevent casting, dropping your hands, all of that. They're all really good products, except for one, but we'll get to that. The rope bat is by far the most expensive. It's $138. It's ridiculous. It is also meant for younger players. If you are 8U and under, I'd go with the rope bat. Just because it's so light, you can literally... The second you start swinging a better bat, it's time to move on. Now time for the whip bat. This is obviously my favorite. I invented it, so it should be my favorite. It's extremely durable and it's smooth to swing. It also has a knob, which none of the other products do, which really surprises me. And this is the one that I do not recommend. First of all, I've got a patent on the whip bat. These guys infringed upon it. I can sue them and shut them down at any time if I had a lawyer. That being said, I'm surprised they're alive because they should get a lot of bad reviews. Here's why. 1, no knob. 2, I don't know what kind of grip this is. It works okay, but it just feels extremely weird. 3, I'm gonna keep playing around with this. I think it's gonna snap at some point. Just look at how that's hanging on by a thread, huh? The last 2 points are the most important. This is super heavy. Makes you feel like you're swinging a sledgehammer. And it's so heavy that it makes it feel difficult to find a rhythm. And last but not least, this metal piece is really thick. The second you miss it, it's gonna tear up this leather and it's gonna tear up your ball. Also, out of all 3 of these, the whip bat is the least expensive. So I hope this helped you make a decision. You know which one I would pick, but to each his own, obviously. And if you wanna buy all 3, test them out yourself, go for it. And if you have any other tests you would like me to do, let me know in the comments.